Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Dratlo44. I hope you are all keeping well and safe today. So today's video is actually about the Flatline and the hidden buff that of course it received, which was never mentioned in the patch notes. Now in this video I wanted to kind of highlight how good a gun it actually now is, and of course why you should try it out. If you haven't really played with it too much, it is definitely a gun worth trying. Now before I get into the content, of course, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. Alright, let's get into the video. So yeah, me and a couple of friends have discussed about the Flatline over various seasons, and we've always said that the one thing that really lacks with it is actually its stability, and the fact that it never has had an option to add a barrel stabilizer, which is quite frustrating, especially when you got the R301 and things like that. But actually they gave a hidden stability buff to the Flatline, and it makes it a lot more stable. And this means that, you know, if you're shooting at slightly further distances, you can, with a bit of recoil control, actually hit your targets and do a lot of damage. Now the damage numbers is something I'm also going to go through, because actually the damage is pretty insane. So the Flatline currently does 38 a headshot. Now this is not behind any amped cover. If you want to check that out, it will add probably about 4 or 5 to the damage. It does 19 body and 14 leg, just in case you don't quite hit the body and hit the glance off the leg or something like that. So to give an example here, that if an enemy has full red shield and health, then it would take 6 headshots to kill them. 6. I mean, that is not actually that many. Okay, I know it is hard to hit headshots every time, because realistically, targets don't stand still. Well, some do. Some are bots, noobs, or whatever you want to call them, I suppose. But, however, most players of a reasonable level will keep moving around and make it very hard for you to hit them with that. However, if you did take that into account and you were only hitting body shots, it would be 11. But if you got 2 headshots in that as well, then you would only need 7 body shots. So you can kind of see that straight away. I mean, the time to kill having been reduced, of course, is a massive factor. Previously to that, it would have taken more bullets, and that was why sometimes as well it wasn't maybe quite the gun that everyone would have. There are some good things with the time to kill that the way it is now. I'm not saying every single bit, because I feel like sometimes you've just got no time to react. And as I've said before, energy weapons is probably where the problem lies. But you can see there, I'm shooting up at someone going up on the jump tower, and I managed to actually, because of the extra stability, I managed to actually down him. Now that is a really massive thing, because I tell you what, quite honestly, in previous seasons, previous times, before any sort of buff, you'd never hit that, or we wouldn't hit that very easily. And I am honestly finding the Flatline a gun that I am picking up a lot more. And there are various gun combos. Now, something that I'm going to be talking about in another video. I'm still working on the footage, on everything, and kind of just getting the combos together. But I'm going to be doing sort of like weapon combos as well in a video that you should be using, because some of them are a bit more unique, a bit more interesting, or at least as much as I can make. And I think that, you know, it's quite nice to have that option. But the Flatline is a really, really strong gun now. Now, it does pair well with, of course, as you can see there, the Hemlock. That is one of my favourite combinations at the moment. You know, I like that you've got the range with the Hemlock. I mean, being that that's had a buff as well, it's insane. But the Flatline can really do work. And if you've got a good level mag, I mean, it's not so bad actually. I mean, 20 in the mag at the start, you know, not brilliant, not terrible. But even if you get a level 1, you've got 25 bullets. It is quite pleasant, really, and it's sort of like 25 bullets is usually in this time to kill enough to actually take down an enemy, or 2. Well, you know, probably 1. You're most likely gonna have to reload. The reload isn't too bad on the animations, to be fair. I do find that the Revenant Death Totem is a bit of a pain. Anyone want to comment about that and their experiences? I may do a video on that as well at some point, because it drives me crazy how they can keep pushing. But as you can see there, straight away down 1, reload, and then we fight the other one. Now both of us are shooting at that person, but you know, they had purple shield, and between the two of us we downed them pretty fast. I would say that the Flatline is definitely a very, very good gun. It doesn't come with any direct stabilizer, but they haven't put that in the patch notes to say that it got a buff. But there was a video about it on YouTube, I believe, and a friend told me about it that said that actually this buff was included, and I have noticed it. I mean, you know, you don't need to read the patch notes to notice that the gun has got a much easier recoil control, because realistically, whereas before when you fire it would automatically go kind of up and vertically sometimes, suddenly now it's not doing that, which is really awesome. So yeah, so I wanted to naturally share that side of things with you guys, because I'm sure the more informed people may already know it and may already tried it, which is fair enough. But, you know, realistically, not everyone has actually tried all of these things. And, of course, you may not be aware that it's such a good gun. And you might just automatically leave it. Because, let's face it, it is very easy to kind of go into the habit patterns of just using the same old guns over and over. And I have been testing different weapons. I mean, not only the Flatline, but the G7 is absolutely destroying at the moment. Obviously, we all know about the Hemlock and the Volts. I think no introduction is needed on how good they are at the moment. But then even things like the triple take with the changes is absolutely insane. But the Flatline is a really viable option. I have used it to clutch out some wins. I've used it to actually take down enemies, I mean, like that, again, just to finish them off. You know, you love the Hemlock combination from slightly distance, and then swapping to the Flatline just to finish that team off has been pretty good. So yeah, so I mean, as I say, you know, it is a very strong weapon right now. I do feel that, especially if energy weapons change, because you can see there, that was an energy weapon, and it hit me hard. How I didn't die, I do not know, but I managed to somehow survive. And, you know, because I hit my shots and literally took them down, as you can see, I managed to win that battle. So yeah, I wanted to share this information with you in case you weren't aware or didn't know. If you haven't tried this gun, it is really good, and I would recommend definitely giving it just a try. You know, give it a few chances. It's very strong at the moment, and I do think it's a weapon that I've always liked, but the stability has always been the thing that has stopped me using it over other guns, such as the Hemlock and other guns with stabilizers, because you can just get that little bit more of an accuracy. So yeah, so I mean, that is the content for this video. I'm trying to keep my videos just a little shorter, because I know I do a lot more ones that last sort of 15 minutes plus, and I'm trying to just keep the content reasonable, give you full content, but not boring or too long, because I know that not everyone wants to watch 20-minute videos, I suppose. But if you did like the video, a like on the video really is appreciated. It helps me out. And if you want to subscribe for future content, please do. I did do an Octane buff video. I'll post that at a link below. But otherwise, remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. I shall see you in the next video. You take care. Bye.